I'm Don Brennan, and this is a special edition of Friday Football Fever, Thursday night edition, kind of like the NFL. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to Ingman Marine, who always brings this to you. Slow down there, fellas. Slow down. Hurricane Irma, obviously, in the offing, so a lot of games were canceled. Games were moved to Thursday night and then canceled, but 3 games were played tonight. First, our game of the week, a longtime rivalry, Sarasota making their way to Tornado Alley at Booker High School tonight. So let's get right to it. Right, Tornado Alley as a hurricane looms, right? And it was the battle of the city between Sarasota and Booker, and the Tornadoes got off to a hot start, picking up a Sailors fumble. There you go. And inside the Sarasota 5, they score their first points of the 2017 season. Anthony Thomas getting into the end zone. 6-0 Booker early. Well, that was the fumble right there, the fumble recovery. Stop. All right, here we go. Yeah, nice pass there. Tornadoes defense going to do their part. There's Anthony Thomas, the first touchdown of the year for the Tornadoes. And it was all Booker early on in this one, but Sarasota would get it going. Nice pass here. Derek Dubose. Interception. Where are we here? Oh, that was a beautiful pick from Charles Ward, and the Sailors find their groove. Would then be Brian Battie. I told you, that guy is unbelievable. Sophomore brother of Tommy gets it into the end zone. Sailors a 14-6 lead in the first half. And then Battie would do it again. See, he ends the first half, and then he starts off the second half for the Sailors. Gets it in. There he goes. Off to the races. 21-6 lead for the Sailors now, but you can't count out the Tornadoes just yet, because USF commit Talik Keaton going to find some separation here. Goes untouched into the end zone. Touchdown. And then Battie again. That's another touchdown right there. You guessed it. Brian Battie with the hat trick tonight. Sarasota winning 34-14. Booker still in search of that elusive first victory. Now, great local matchup, but it's the Sailors who got the win. Obviously, our Ben Bobick was at the game tonight, and he has this wrap-up for you.
Thanks, Don. It was really nice to see everyone come out here and take a deep breath and take away what's really going on here with Hurricane Irma. And it really was a beautiful night here at Tornado Alley, and it was a good game. It's a battle of the city of Sarasota. It's always a lot of fun, even though it was on a Thursday. Definitely a little bit of a different feel here tonight. But the Sailors end up getting the W, and I think all eyes are on Brian Battie, a short running back, but he is quick, and he was quick tonight. He got in the end zone a few times, and he's one of those guys that could beat you with his moves in and outside, beat you to the outside. Speaking of that, and also just run it right down your throat. We talked to Coach Riles after the game, and he said a lot of opening up that running game, to open up that passing game. Obviously, they have a big threat in Derek DuBois in the passing game. They utilize both to perfection tonight. And on the other side of the ball, Booker, it's nice to see them get in the end zone. They haven't scored a touchdown or a point at all this season, and they got to their star, Talik Keaton, to see him get in the end zone. A lot of promise for Booker as they go on the road next week and open up district play against Hardy. And same thing for the Sailors. They go on the road next week, and they play the Northport Bobcats, who are destined, they think they are, to win a Sarasota County game for the first time in school history next week. Obviously, we want everyone to stay safe this weekend as Hurricane Irma rolls through, and we'll think about high school football when the time comes. But Sailors get the W tonight. Back to you, Don.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. And Lyndon was out there as well. And Coach Brian Riles of Sarasota High, pleased with his sophomore running back, Brian Battie, who kind of reminds Bucks fans of Warwick Dunn a little bit. But the offense as a whole, he was pretty proud of. And here's what he had to say after the big win.
He's the motor behind that. A very good offensive line has been doing an excellent job as well. So the tandem has been working very well for us, and as long as we can continue to get that kind of a running game, and then we mix it in the pass as well, that gives us balance, and that helps us to be more successful.
All right, thanks, Coach Riles. Riverview hosting Palmetto, and the weather has wreaked havoc on Palmetto's season thus far. And although it was a nice start, you saw the weather in the offing there. 2-0 Riverview after a 2-run homer, actually a safety, but Alfredo Manriquez nailing a 35-yard field goal for a 3-2 Palmetto lead. Now, late in the second quarter, Cleve Grantley of Riverview going to boom a punt at some point. What just happened here? All right, Palmetto, they start the drive at the 5-yard line after punt nailed him down into the 5. But look at that, Adravian Butler, the guy's a beast, second effort, and then he picks up the first down, and they get a personal foul tacked onto that, so they're moving. Marino going over the top to Trey Goodman for 40 yards, and the drive, as I said, it's chugging along, but time running out in the second half, and Lightning out there threatening. Usually around this time in the games all season has been the time when games are being canceled or weather delayed, but Marino disregarding the Lightning, and then Butler catching Lightning in a bottle as he races 38 yards inside the 10. Beautiful play. That sets up this Marino pass to Goodman. He's selling the refs. Look at this. Was this a catch or no? It was a catch, touchdown, but Riverview comes back and wins 11-10. Thanks for joining us, everybody, in Friday Football Fever.